Rings is the latest sequel to The Ring. I don't know if this is in or out of continuity with The Ring 2. Never saw it, never gave a shit. But I love The Ring. The Ring was a fantastic horror film, and this is the latest in that installment with Samara and her bullshit with videotapes. And in this one, it turns out Samara really liked the movie It Follows and thought she should rip off that methodology, because now people are watching the tape, but if you make a copy of it and pass it on to someone else and make them watch it, that saves your life, because now their life is in jeopardy for the 7 days, and that creates a little bit of a cycle where our main characters get entangled trying to save her boyfriend, and then people team up to try to figure out what's up with Samara and end this, even though I thought they did in the first movie. I think the tagline for this movie is very accurate. First you watch it, then you die. But I will be honest, they did fuck up. It's a typo. They forgot to add the words at the end of it. It should say, first you watch it, then you die of boredom, because this movie sucks balls. Oh yeah, this movie's terrible. And I went in a little bit excited. I didn't hear any critical consensus. I was actually able to sort of block it out, like, let's just see what we see. But then, you know, there was warning signs. It came out in February, which is not quite January, but it's right next to it. January is the dumping ground, and February generally is too. Not to mention, it's been a long ass time since the first Ring movie came out, and that one was wonderful, solid, fantastic, but I remember they ended it pretty good, and it was done and dealt with, but now it's back, and it's like, the trailers, I saw short trailers that got me excited, where it's like, there's people on a plane, and then Samara's climbing out of the TV on the plane. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Or like the TV gets knocked over, thrown on the ground, and she's like lifting it up off the floor. Like, there's little things that were kind of cool, like just small little tidbits where like, that's kind of neat. But the movie itself is god awful, it's terrible, and like I said, it's boring, it's dull. None of the characters in the movie I care about, none of them. The main character, we got Vincent D'Onofrio in here as a blind guy, I don't know why. He's not Daredevil, he's fucking Kingpin, what is he doing? But he's in here, and he makes it worse, actually. The whole mythology they add on to the Samara character, I remember the first movie enough, I didn't rewatch it, so maybe I'm having faulty memories, but it's like, the way this ties into that doesn't make very much sense. I guess this is one of those soft reboots where the first movie never happened and now we're gonna start from this movie and keep going, because yeah, I'm sure this is the movie everyone wants to go forward with, because this is clearly a successful launching of a new franchise. It just doesn't make sense. It all feels so convoluted and stupid, and yeah, they totally ripped off It Follows. Alright, I watched the tape, but I made a copy of it. You watch it. Okay, now you have 7 days, and until you crap the bed, my timer's on hold, essentially, and it's like, okay, yeah, It Follows was pretty damn cool. You had to rip it off? Fuck you. It made it so convoluted and annoying where it's like, I want scary shit. Alright, log onto your Mac, make a copy. Alright, email it to someone. Hey, here, everyone check this shit out. It's just, it feels so overcomplicated, so convoluted, and yeah, boring. All these characters. We got the asshole from Big Bang Theory in here. I don't know why, but he's here. And I was trying so hard to latch onto any semblance of good in the movie. Anything that I could really grab onto and say that was cool. There was like 2 moments where it's like the Ring tape shows up on a plane, was kind of neat, kind of. And then the TV being on the ground and she climbs up from under it was again kind of neat, a little bit. The movie was so bad at keeping my attention, I was sitting there just like, oh, I was falling asleep. Really, it's so dull looking, so boring and bland. I get it, the first movie looks similar and yet the first one isn't boring. This one is just that dull look of bluish gray garbage. The whole movie, I was just like, I'm lulled to sleep by this movie. It's not scary in the slightest, it's not creepy. It's just tired and bland and boring and just horribly executed. It's not the worst fucking piece of shit ever, because technically they were able to film it, make it in focus, and have the camera move and do stuff. But other than that, other than it being competently filmed in focus, it had nothing. It was horribly written, convoluted, boring garbage that had a very bland, generic acting. That I never cared about any main character. I was honestly just waiting for Samara to kill everyone so I could go home. I'm like, maybe it's a short film. Maybe it's like 20 minutes and they all die. Not only is a bad movie on its own, but in comparison, this is connected to the original Ring, and it's just diluting and kind of messing up what was good about that, and just like, no, we'll tie it in and make it work. And it's just like a tangled knot that turns into a noose that hangs them, because it just ruins any connection, any good vibes you have. Like, I like The Ring, so I'll bring in a little bit of positivity to this one. And it's terrible. It's garbage. It has nothing. Not a moment of tension, not a moment of suspense, not a moment of horror, not a moment of creepiness, really. Like, when it gets to the tapes are a little eerie, but the movie very quickly loses any sense of creepiness, and you just get fucking bored. Are there worse movies out there? Yes, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna necessarily be nice to this one. Rings was total garbage, and it's just like the biggest crime of the movie. It was just boring. Not even that it wasn't scary in the slightest, which is a big problem, but it was just so boring. I just didn't care. The movie kept going, and I didn't care the whole time. There are worse movies out there, but that doesn't mean this movie is better because there are worse ones. This is still garbage. I'd give Rings an F. I was so sad that I was stuck in a theater watching this. I was stuck, and I'm a respectful guy, so it's not like it's boring. Let's see what's on Twitter or something. I'm a respectful guy, so I sat there and took it. But I was like, this is just a bad experience. Having to be stuck in a dark room with nothing to do but watch the movie? What a fucking bummer. Comment below, tell me your thought of Rings, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.